Good evening. Cheers all round. How we doing, boys? Hello, hello. I don't know what one we're near, but we'll have to see. Good evening. Good evening. Happy Wednesday evening. It is a Wednesday. It is, yes. Hope we're doing well. Much love. They have a Hot Wheels Goliath version, but all around the map. Oh, okay. I don't even know how big like the map is to like drive around. That's interesting. So today is not like yesterday. For those that were looking around and joining us yesterday, of course, today is regular driving, sensible driving. I'm still thinking about maybe doing a bit of this, maybe 1 or 2 more bus routes. We'll have to see. I don't know. Not to start off with, but you know, kind of wicked. Well, the map is wicked anyway, normally. And if it's got a bunch of loops and all kinds of stuff on it, 34, so it's about half. There are buses, yes. The D-Bus integration, collaboration, sensation with TMP, yeah. If you do the command bus, it gives you the link to explain what that is. And then D-Bus is like the little VTC company thing that we have within that. Nothing major, but you know, I thought I'd link both. How we doing? Oh my god. So we can start in Linkoping, because I'm there anyway. And we'll see where we go. Not to chuck. Not to get to chuck, not drive the bus. Then don't drive the bus. That's fine. That's the only answer to that question. We're not taking away your truck. That's all right. That's all right. Expected to see. Hello. Yes, indeed. Jack, Soupy, and Silver. Thank you for the oofs. Big fan. I heard the news about the oof. The oof is going to be removed, but we're not removing it. So this will be the only place in the world that the sound will exist. How about that? Sounds good, doesn't it? Are you trying to work out which quote's next? Like, any upcoming anniversaries of quotes? Because I want to know. Removing. I don't know. I didn't read it. Apparently they, Roblox themselves are removing or are changing the oof sound. I have no idea. Oh, you're updating it. Oh. Yeah, on TMP, of course, of course. I'm on. Noel is here. He's parked next to me. Kind of far behind. Yeah, you've got a bit of update, don't you? Though, then again, we haven't added too many. So, unless you've missed out this many from your list of them, that's a bit worrying if you have. Oh my gosh, my day's been alright. It's not too bad. Until anniversary. Well, yeah, as you get closer, we'll find it out, won't we? There's Estvia doing your 8x4. See, we're in tracks first. That's alright. Not a problem. None today? Well, I mean, like, is there any approaching, or are we months away and there's a month gap or something between them? Be nice to filter that. Tomorrow's one. Yes? The bus. Passengers can pay with card or phone. Nice. Not the D-Bus, though. Yeah, they can't pay. I don't know how they pay in this game, but you know. You need a set-up wheel? Well, yeah. I mean, just do that. Just move the wheel, pick it up, move it across wherever it is on your desk. Do that. You'll be alright. Nothing to worry about. 3 gig. I do need fuel. I shall get fuel at some point first. Oh, that's a good quote. Oh, yes. Very, very nice. Start of Germans. So as of where we're going, doesn't really matter because the convoy tomorrow will be on the 2 islands. So as long as we don't go near those, we should be fine, won't we? Doesn't matter where we're going. Start of Germans. People gee. The gee. Upgrading you sure. 963,000. 664, that's our starting number. Hello, Lex. Good evening, good to see you. How you doing? There's Silver. $60. Alien has a few. There's a few interesting ones, doesn't he? Haven't seen. I saw him the other day. And then every now and then, yeah, but I sometimes see him during the admin streams as well, so. Where are we? We are Scandinavia, here. Up here. On the map. could go around this area, but I haven't looked at the jobs yet. So, want to do a few more water trucks jobs, I think. That would be quite fun to do. Let us go. Oh, hello, Leonard. Leonard, I'm Treadwell, big fan. Someone spawned in. Look at that. Us. The boys. Only Pepehes have quotes. Only them. Indeed, only them. Right. Let's see. I'm curious. Decent-ish, but not a really long, like that one. 153,000 though, but that is very far down. Very far down. That's a good one. Gonna be a few months old. That's a decent one. Oh, the wheels though, man. All the wheels. All of those wheels. That's also a good one. Could do. And then you can copy it. Changed in 0.1 seconds. Oh my gosh. Or do we make them? So I don't know. What do we got on the alternative, you see? On the other side. Decent. Not really, actually. I don't know. Maybe Syria? Could be Syria. That's just a random guess of where that place is. No, they're not. No, they're not as bad as I thought. As I originally thought, anyway. So, where was the one that I saw? The car is one. It was one of these. Lost it already. Oh, that one, I think it was. The Gdansk one. We have tried it out. We tried it yesterday. Stop. Stop what? Stop. Some yogurt. Yeah, we tried out 1.45 yesterday. Didn't use all of the features. But, you coming? Oh, fine. All right, then. All right, then. I'll be sumptuous. They might be available in, if they're in the game already, it's from the MWM industry, I suppose, which we went by. There's one of those in the city of Corey, I think. ATS was, yeah, we did that yesterday for the convoy messing about stuff, yeah. Oh, there they are. Wicked. Wicked boys. Here? But no, one of them is quite interesting. You can take it from the reveal trailer, which is a 2-minute and something trailer. A lot of interesting stuff in there. In K corner. So if it's already here, then yeah, it'll probably be from that industry. What was it called? Municipal Waste Management, something like that. And it sparked the discussion of what municipal was, or municipality, that sort of thing. It's like a district, or council in a way. The entire Yellowstone area, good lord. Going to that, I haven't picked the job yet, but we could head somewhere not too far away, that sort of thing. More of Yellowstone. It's a massive area then. Jesus, I mean it is. I know it is, but you know. Maybe you will be allowed to go around it in a way. Hello, Danny. Big fan, big fan. That would also be interesting. You chewed in your stuff? I suppose I should look on the normal freight then so you can copy it. I don't know what's a good start though. That's a decent one. That's also a decent one. We are near IKEA, aren't we? What is near where we are? External? Yeah, it's over there. Make one. You do want an external. Is there a truck game on Xbox? This particular game is not on Xbox. If you do find a truck game, it might be a kind of off-brand, scuffed attempt at making one. This sadly isn't on there yet, so I don't know if they have plans for that. So you do want an external? Well, the Gdansk one then. Yeah? Look at the one underneath that, 147k, god damn. From BHV. Who has that? Oh, it's been a while since we've been checking who has jobs. Doing good. Why are you sussing that? I'm doing good too. Big fan. Big fan. Yeah, IKEA's nearby. Ike. Got. I has. Silver, yes. You. Yeah, I waited for you, my dude. If you're good or not. Oh, you're kind of suspicious of that. I'm fine. I'm fine. I usually say if I'm not, which is rare. But, you know, yes. Let's take that then. Very nice. Zukadansk. I didn't check if Noel has it. You'll be fine. Had idea. Yes. Hello, Camellia. Big fan. How you doing? This old clip. Oh, that is just so stupid of what's happened to you. It's annoying. I saw that there was I forgot what it was called, like City Truck Driver or something, which aims to be the best truck driving game, even though it looks like it's mobile graphics, but it's on PC. So, not sure. Which language? What do you mean language? What do you mean? Of kids. All of mine, I believe, are. Because you can set that as a channel default. Unless it changes back. I find that setting really annoying anyway, because, oh man, YouTube was a simpler place before that came in. It makes sense, but it's still very annoying. Oh well. I suppose because there is more kids content coming around, so you don't want to make everything. You've got to split that up. Maybe because parents complain. Your dog sprayed pepper food. How? He's a big nub, I bet, yeah. Hope you're okay now. Good lord. I read that as if your dog got sprayed by it. I'm like, what happened there? You have different. Why do that? Well, as long as it's to the same place, it doesn't matter. We'll be fine. Talented, I know. How was he able to do that? And how was it in reach of him? So, it was only one. Is it to the same place? Or is it on the way? Oh, it's that trailer as well. I'm not a fan of that from the wheel configuration on that trailer. Not a fan, really. Hey, yo, what's up? As a idea. Yeah, what's the idea? Say it. What if you go up? Up instead of down. Why? What, up that way? That's a longer route, Silver. Oh, I see what you mean. I know what he wants to do. I was just gonna say, yeah. Well, why, man? We need driving miles. Yoink. Well, we are. In Sweden, yeah, we are going to be taking him out of Sweden, yeah. Is there a problem? You're going to try and stop us? We'll drive in. No, just Silver, it's fine. Still not a very long job. Is it really that bad? No, it isn't that bad, no. On the road, that is one that comes up a lot in discussion, yeah. It looks very weird, though. Accidentally dropped it. It's almost gone now, but you still cough. I don't even know how you can yourself, like, stop it. That's very weird. V90? They look alright. For what they are. If they're all the same. Bridge? No. Still there. That's a pretty cool looking one if it's gonna go over the entire city. Is there... Does that exist in real life? Is there a bridge there? Going straight over? Close to your home. Ooh. Well, we're going to be leaving soon. We'll leave you in peace. As for fuel stop, though, I don't need it immediately, so that's on the other side. No, we should be fine. Maybe before the boat. I don't know. They are very slow. It reminds you of the GTA building, doesn't it? That was... that's taken a long time. Underwater tunnel? I have heard of a very, very long underwater tunnel. You were asleep while it was falling around. Well, That is a very scary moment. Very monka. Under air tunnel. So anything between the ground and the air. Yeah? That might be called a road. There. Or just a regular tunnel, actually. Let's just build a tunnel, but it doesn't actually go underneath anything. Can we do that? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Hello, Replay. How you doing? Big fan. Actually. Why not? In Germany they do it. What, just random tunnels? But you're not tunneling under anything if you're actually doing that, though. Tippy. You got a tippy one? Oh, no. Well, again, we're not going to be going that quick, are we? Isolation. Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. That's fair. I suppose in other situations they'd have the kind of very tall walls that block in the sound. That's fine as well. I've seen those in places. 1 out of 3. I've seen the amount of people that get 1 out of 6 ads. I have no control over that. That's just Twitch doing that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, 1 out of 6. Why? That is enough to draw your audience away. I know you need the ads because your site is losing money, but oh boy, don't do that. Don't do that. 1 out of 7. You Chucky look out? Oh. Satch. Is public transport good in the UK? Reasonably when it works. I say when it works because it usually doesn't, so. Is Silver going to go the other way? I think Silver's going to go the other way. You get money. I have no idea. I don't know how that works. I want to get money for all 7 that you have to watch. Signal problems? Yes. The moment there's a slight weather change, signals have a problem because they can't cope. There's a blockage somewhere. Not very good. Generally, I guess it's not that bad, though. We're used to it. Several minute delays, you know, cancellations. When everything's cancelled, then it's a bit annoying, but... Oh, you saw Chucky, okay. But it's not going to, It's not going to log the job, though. Or do you just want, like, the stats thingy to show up? So understandable. Hello, Arden, big fan. Yeah, if it's delaying you when you actually need to be somewhere, that's the typical thing that happens. And then when you want to go out for a day out or something, it's perfectly fine. 179. Not bad, not bad. Monopoly. Yeah, you can turn it on whenever, but... Oh, wait. So it does log it? I thought it didn't used to do that. Like, if it wasn't working when you took the job, it would never... Oh, okay. That's interesting. 5 a.m. It is better to be early, yes. It'll be red. Oh. Satch. That's a shame. Hello, Ascension. Admin of the leaders. Admin of the moderator. Took a very wide turn there. You hit a barrier. Come on, man. Got a new phone. Pre-release, eh? Pre-release phone. How about that? The Metro. You stepped in dog poo. Fingers crossed that I never do it again. I haven't done that in a while. The smell is not very nice, for sure, because it goes with you wherever you go. It's very annoying. There we go. We'll go Fiddy. We'll stay at Fiddy. You can use the grass here as long as you don't step in more that just so happens to be there. That would be very, very bad luck. If you do. You should be fine. No, I remember, I think it was the classic thing where doing an autumn walk or something, and a pile of leaves just to the side of the road. Dog happens to do it in that, then probably rustles the leaves again. And, you know, you can't see it, so... Maybe the owners do it too. In cities, I wouldn't be surprised. Baby wipes, yeah, that can work. Yeah, the ones where they just leave it there. Or where, like... The really bad ones as well is when they pick it up, but then they don't actually put it in the bin. Like, there's a specific bin. They picked it up, but they didn't actually put it, like, in the bin. Along with the trash that's around the bin as well. Is it that difficult? Seems to be. It will remind you, yeah, because it's like it's right in front of your nose all the time. That's the same that I get with cigarette smoke. It's disgusting. Krewlex, how you doing? Oh shit. You clean it up, exactly. You're responsible for it. If you treat it like it's a family member, which you should, because you're adding it to your family in a way. But if you have a kid, you've got to change the kid, and you've got to do that with whatever you do with the poo afterwards. I would hope you throw it away. Why is it that difficult to do with the dog as well? Like, what? You're essentially handling the poo anyway when you change the diaper, you know? Is it that different? Seems to be. The way that the singer says howling is like they're saying hauling. Got me hauling. It's quite funny. Very lazy owners, yeah, which is unfortunate. You're supposed to clean it up. Well, I mean, do you want it to be walking around with like a massive lump hanging down? You could joke about it being its balls of steel, but that joke might die old when you start smelling it everywhere. Unfortunately. You're in Rotterdam? Oh, you're gonna meet us there. So we're heading down, and you're heading. You've got a lot further to go, though. Well, not a lot further, but further. Yeah. It's just the smell will be there, because sometimes, even from a small little baby that you think is just lovely and innocent, produces a really foul smell. Very funny videos I've seen of that. Funniest ones, of course, where the husband is, you know, he takes pride in offering to do it. He's going to do it, and then when he does it, the smell is, it almost makes him pass out. It's funny. Hello, rescue. Hello, Andy. How you doing? No one's coming the other way. I still don't trust these lights, though, because they're not... Some of them are not synced, which is very annoying as well. And it's autopilot. Oh. Well, yeah, if you've been connecting that many times, then... Interesting. Hello, Crack. Interesting. How you doing? Welcome. What's up? We're trucking. We're in Scandinavia doing some trucking. Sweden looking good. It's daytime, so I can see where I'm going. Beautiful. That's what we're doing. Hope you're doing well. Strange experience. Do you, if you were to set things up manually, do you default to typing in the work stuff first, then you realize, wait, wrong one? Probably. Don't do stuff manually anymore, gosh. Absolutely not. Might go on single player? Join! Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I was just about to say join us, but that might be a bad idea. Maybe. Just gonna say. Be banned? Well, I mean, you'd be at the back, but yeah, I wouldn't want you to be banned for that. Can't really use that as the excuse. You started playing 2 days ago. Also going around Scandinavia. Very nice. Any particular areas you like the look of in game? If you're doing it DLC by DLC, maybe? Very nice. Look, just myself. He's got some glasses, and he's adjusting to them. So in the same way that you wouldn't really drive in real life, he wouldn't risk driving in game as well. Realistic. Well, I mean, I've never been to anywhere in Scandinavia, but it does look very nice. So it has that vibe to it where you can tell you're in Scandinavia. Who is that? Why are you just down there? Who that? I don't know if it's like the colors, the scenery, might be the buildings, or something, I don't know. But you can still tell. Maybe it's the lights. Because this, like, mesh effect. I don't know. It's not terrible, though. Considering how old the DLC is, it's not terrible. Oh, it's Drip! Big fan. Jack Blade, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Speed back up again. There we go. Yeah, when you're from here, you notice that it looks, you know... I'm going to be doing the same when the UK remake comes. I'm going to be doing the same, but like that doesn't look English. Gonna have high expectations, you know. But in the same way, if they ever redo or finish Scandinavia, because it's like the top
half is missing, you'd have high expectations, which is fine. That's understandable. Yeah, you fell down the stairs. And
you mentioned you kind of tripped when you were near the bottom, I think it is. At least, you know, obviously it's not good to trip anyway, but if you're near the bottom, that's good. I'd rather trip on the last few than the first few. Because that would be painful. The face planted. You know what would have been even worse on top of that is if you broke the glasses. That would just be like, can any more go wrong? So at least they didn't. Yeah, the amount of people that do still like Scandinavia is nice. It holds up in the same way that I'm sure many still like Italy. I remember playing that when it first came out. It was very nice. Fair share of falling down the stairs. Why else have you fallen down the stairs? I do this weird thing where, like, when I go down the stairs, I run down the stairs. I don't know why I do that. I just do it really quick. And then when I go up the stairs, I skip a step. Unless I'm holding something. Just run up and you skip a step. It's like I'm a child still. I don't know how. I don't want to jinx it. Because I haven't done that in a long, long, long time. But I don't know how I haven't, like, stumbled with that. It's just easier just to run up. It's good exercise as well. You do 5. Mr. Long Jump, yeah? No, it's not just you. No. If you were to ask, like, a very broad audience, a lot of people do that. 7. Yeah, you know what? I skip half of the staircase. Yeah. That's all I do. Just up. There we go. Made it upstairs in about 2 seconds. Easy. You got charge back. Nice. I should hope you did. Always half. What if it's a spiral staircase? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? You dare skip a step or two on a spiral staircase? Visiting the local church many years back, going on the spiral staircase up to the towers. That was interesting. They are very monkey, yeah. No, I don't like those. No, you're supposed to walk on the outside, though, but going up and down. So when you've got someone coming up and down, where the heck... What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to... Inside of the stairs? I know. And then with the amount of people that step on them, because they're basically stone, it gets worn down, so there's a little lip on the edge of the step. It's not a solid thing anymore, so you lose your balance. And then it's just scary. You'd be properly gripping the handrail to the side, yeah. He skips the staircase entirely. True, and he wins right there. 2, 5, 7, all of it. All of it. Poor thing. Hello, Aaron, big fan. Head into your room, go to the second part of the stairs, and the second to last step at the top. What do you mean second part? Like, does it change direction? Some that do that, I suppose, yeah, when you reach that little landing bit, it's like a halfway point, you know? I'm going to continue straight across. Straight through the city. Because why not? When it's so slow, yeah, I don't care if other people are in a rush. I will take my time if I have to go on a pair of those stairs, yeah. How about on an escalator? Depends. If you're not in a rush, do you still walk up and down the escalator? Sometimes. It just feels like you're walking faster at that point. Make it seem like you're busy. Yeah, I don't want to go to the hospital. No, I'd rather not. No, you don't. It's moving for a reason. Yeah, but it's so slow. Usually I stand still, yeah. Just absorb my thoughts for a minute. Watch all the adverts as you're going up and down. You skip the elevator entirely. All of the stairs. My God. What about on a travelator? I was going to say that. If you walk pretty quickly, like you're in a rush on a travelator, oh man, it feels like you're going so quick. It's so good. It's so good. You have to be careful when it gets to the end, though, because you might trip if you're going that quick, and then suddenly you're not. Many people do stumble a bit. You have to be careful with that. Sudden change in speed is not good for us. You walk up the elevator. So while they're all getting in, you just crawl through the gap and then stand on top of it, yeah? And use the wires to go up. So it's like a stunt out of an action movie or something. Yeah, if it's a really long escalator, then no, I don't know. If you fall, yeah, some people do fall. Have you seen those videos of where people try and be stunt boys and they slide down the middle? And then karma hits them and they hit the bump that's in the middle. That's quite fun. I like when that happens. Oh, I haven't been here in so long. Remember when some convoy midway points were here? Oh, such a good time. Classic time. An annoying person? Well, I mean, I don't know how many other places do it. Like the London ones where you keep to the right. Hello, James. How you doing? Game crash. No, man. We'll go slow. We'll go slow. You fell up an escalator? Purposely running up the wrong way as a kid. Oh, we've all tried that. Yeah, that's why I don't really want to bother doing that, because you look stupid, but as a kid, you don't care. We did a convoy session. Yeah, we did. I think we paused as well at some point. He started jumping and the elevator stopped. Oh no. Oh no. James. What's going on with that? Why did that not work? With the toe? Hello, Timo. Hello, Mikros. How you doing? Didn't get a custom alert. Why did that not even show up as an alert anyway? What's going on? It's died. You killed it. Were you actually streaming? Or what? No, not important enough, no. That's what you get for spamming the chat. It knew. No. I thought I'd ask. I still say oof anyway. 2, yeah? Who's the, You got an alt account, yeah? It's a bit sus. Quite sus. The end of an escalator, yeah, you do have to be careful to disembark. But the funny thing is, that it became a kind of trend soon after the Johnny Depp trial ended, where his signature step is what you do when you get off an escalator as well. So people were doing that. Do ding. When you dinged, I did it, yes. So if you're walking up or you're standing there, you prepare and you take one long step and then you're off the escalator. Yeah, just like he does in the films. That's a good one.
Then you realised how many times you do that. Even at the bottom, to be fair, when it flattens out.
Everyone does that. Look at that, we're here. We're basically here. Like a fun house? In what sense? Like different sized stairs? Pro farmer? Farmer? Oh, why'd you put double trailers, man? Fine. Had a fun fair. I haven't been to a fun fair in a long time. Is The only one of the only things I can imagine there is like, yeah, I have to explain it. Just so the move up and down. Okay, yes, know what you mean. The other thing being that I don't think I've ever been in one of those rooms where like it uses basically messes with your mind, where you go in one corner and you appear like 7 foot tall, and you go in the other corner and you appear like 2 foot tall, but you're standing in the same place. It's just weird. I kind of want to do one of those, but they are very strange. Hello, James. How you doing? Mirrors. I did that long time ago. Yes. Idea. Yes. What? Go to one of those. Yeah. We all get extremely confused and escape room. That would be interesting. I don't think I've ever done one. I don't know how smart I would be. IRL escape room. That would be very interesting. I don't know if I've ever done one. I've wanted to. It is an interesting idea, isn't it? What does the winner get then? And how are we deciding teams, James? Huh? IRL stream. No, I haven't. Otter, my dude, we're in the UK. You know, UK internet is not the best. Even at the good times, you know. All sills blocking. Custom badge. So are we doing like admins versus everyone else? Like if there's a bunch of admins that attend. That would be funny. 160. See? I don't want that. And I don't have like everything for that, I suppose. I'm not intending on doing that. Silver, please. Please. Can't see. We doing. Made it though. Oh, look at that. Satisfying parking. Very nice. OMG. Have you got another idea? So next one has to be a double. Oh my god, man. I suppose we could do that. It is an interesting idea. That is an interesting idea. You just have to think of the logistics of how the meetup is going to work. Sivraz, did you actually have a job, or were you driving by yourself? X6. Ah, clever. I see. Yeah, you are. I see you. Good choice. Scania is good. Pop up. In the top right, that was the Chucky thing to say that it got logged. On the job log thing. That's what that says. The floor is a mirror. My cat doesn't have underwear. Why would you be looking and focusing on that? That wouldn't be my concern if I was in a room with mirrors. No, it would be interesting if TMB has its own job logging thing. Cough, cough. My Streamlabs thing in OBS just refreshed itself. That might be one. Where are we? Gdansk. Gdansk. Now from here, I haven't decided where we're going yet. But has to be a custom job, doesn't it? Any ideas? What's up? Simulation 1. Sim uno. You're almost speaking English there, Silver. Almost. 97, I know. It's been on that for a little while, though. I don't know, actually. Shit. What was the other one that I haven't done yet? The border thingies. I've done all of them, haven't I? I've done... No, I've done that one. I've done them all then. Oh. I thought there's one I haven't done yet. Fair play, fair play. I need to do that then. Viewpoints, yeah. Yeah, I suppose. There's one there. Could do that. There's one there as well. There. Oh, there's bits here that I haven't done yet. Interesting. I don't know if we'll work our way up there, but there we go. Could do. I will need fuel though. Dois. And then somewhere in the city. That'll do. Actually, wait, G&T is difficult to park in. Renats is a bit easier to park in, I guess. Seven. Coffee liner double with the new LKW. Look at that. Yeah, your scanner is nice. It's clean. It doesn't have too many lights on it. It's quite nice. And he picked 7. So, we'll do that. Top artist. I should hope so. Carrying some basil. You said 6. Well, I'm adding 1 for good luck. Sure, you did say 6. I'm adding 1 more. I don't think I've ever taken basil. There it is. Yeah, I like that. Not too many lights either, which is nice. Very nice. I just knocked them on. Nice. Now, you don't have to take one as well. It was only that for me. That's all it was. See the tracking? Do you see the tracking started thing? It basically says that, but track submitted or logged or something. That's all it is. We kicked out Sweden. We're actually doing well in football. Oh my gosh. Incredible. Look at all the borders. That'll be fine. Be alright. Might actually go that way though, because I do need fuel. Oh, the womans. Ah. Oh, what's wrong with that? We talking against womans here? In the womans football? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Finals. Oh my. You are, you're not blue, unless that's incredibly dark, like very dark navy blue. You're blue. Shumep. All I did was set that road there. Not that one, that one. The rest is the same. Because we'll need the viewpoint anyway. Biggie Jesus! That should be interesting. That'll be interesting to have a look at. I mean, I know there's a garage, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see people speedrun it, because the game, I mean, you are aiming to complete things as, I guess, as quick as possible, but you can set a world record. How about that? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Yeet. Oh, you have to beat the time to qualify. Ah. Set your lights to red. Monka. Where are we heading? To here. If you don't have this DLC, you won't see that. You may not see those roads going that way. It decreases. So it's really like only proper good sweats can compete. Can complete as well. Very interesting. Red lights, man. It's like you're... Set them to blue. Blue is very calm. Very calm. That's all. Basic moderator? Excuse me? Basic moderator? What do you mean, basic? What are you talking about? I'm not even doing mod stuff at the moment. Yellow. Can you do yellow? I'm not going that quick. You can take it. Take our time. Would you be basic? You've had it yellow before? How does it look? Is it actually good? Does it look good? Blue is meant to be relaxing. Blue lights. Not sure how accurate that is or how much of an effect it has. But I don't know. Green? Your name color green? That's very bright green. You can have it purple, eh? I mean, that doesn't exactly light up the entire room. It has a bit of an effect, but it's not that bad. Relaxing. I mean, green maybe gives the vibe of nature, perhaps, if you have a few plants nearby or something. That could be interesting. Because even if you have fake plants, your brain does the relaxation, I guess. Makes it think that you do have some. I've been tempted. Be quite relaxing in the room. You saw a pink truck? What, in real life? Oh my gosh. I've seen a few yellow ones actually. But a lot here are very plain. Because they are the company ones. Not going too far? We're just giving the basics of colours here. Coloured lights, that's all. I am basic? But what do you mean basic? How am I basic? What are you talking about? I'm a basic bitch? With a container, that's alright. I have 40 tons. You always forget to water them, so it might be easier if you were to get a fake one then. I know it doesn't look the same, or smell the same. But it might be easier if you forget. You're basic. So be it. You called me a basic moderator. The smell, true. Some flowers do smell quite nice. You need to get into a routine, I guess. Say, for example, if you were to do a particular task when you wake up in the morning, one of them would be to also water the plants. If it's one that requires it daily anyway, some don't. You could get a plant that could go for a long time without being watered. I don't know any examples. Friend said you wouldn't eat beef tongue because it came out of a cow's mouth. So she ordered eggs. That is funny. That is funny, but it's different. She'll say it's different. That's all. Like one is part of a cow, the other is not part of the chicken. But I get it. I get it. She can get whatever she wants. First message was calling you basic, and I was just really confused. How dare you? It's an insult. A cactus? You could. That'd be interesting to get. Very interesting to get. Through Caligrad? Not, well, around it, I think. Yeah, around it. Not the big border, but the smaller border. Sharp scratch. Yeah, you gotta be careful where you, put it somewhere that's within reach, but not that you're accidentally gonna scratch your hand on it. Go do that. Ricky, how you doing? Tarts, how you doing? Big fan. 3 rounds and you get 10 shots. That's not that much, is it? What's me? Well, we're not going that quick, so you can catch up if you want. Forget. I will forget to fuel up, yes. Now that you said that, I probably will. I mean, I'll have enough for 600 miles, but it'd be nice to get some fuel. So, I shall eventually. Oh, everyone can win. Oh, because you just need that time. Like, to pass it, yeah. Okay. So there's no, obviously, final round. But you said as the stages go on, it gets difficult, so of course less people will get through. So what's the most amount of people that can reach the final rounds, in this case? Bad at every game? True. 40 seconds? Ooh. There's going to be some people that just ace it and they'll feel so good about themselves. Any number. So theoretically, if every player is a god tier at the game, then they could do it. That's a cool idea. Oh, okay. Can you do... Not squads as in relying on the squads. My chat thing's disconnected. I was going to say squad things, but you can join those lobbies as a squad, I guess. And just... But you'd be competing like individually, I suppose. Now we're going to wait for the chat to come back for you to answer that question. And for me to see it. God damn it. So I suppose the method that I said is back. It's back. The method that I said to fix it, which was, it worked briefly, which was just to toggle off FFC, seemed to work. Now, I don't know what the problem is, because I haven't known for a long time. Just wait for the chat. Shouldn't be that much. But it is an interesting idea, yeah. And what is not an interesting idea is the SpongeBob and Minecraft thing, apparently. SpongeBob DLC in Minecraft. Why? We're back! Look at that! We're back! That's how you can tell if something's wrong if I didn't notice, because the chat up there would just disappear. I suppose it's a good way of testing delay as well, or something. So where? The place beginning with the Dauga that I can't say properly. In... Up there, basically. Up there. In... Lithuania. Yes. Lit. I'm not doing anything. It's not me that breaks it. If it was me that directly caused it, I'd stop doing the thing that causes it. That's obvious, my dude. 22 hours in 2 weeks. That's nothing. That's nothing. Nothing. I broke it. To Latvia. Then I saw the borderline wrong. I just don't bother saying the name of the town anymore because I scuff it. And then whenever someone asks where I am, well, I'm not saying it right, so they're not going to know what I mean. So, you know, 110 in 2 weeks? That's more like it. That's more like it. Full of testing apps? Well done. Well, we went through this phase of, like, trying to pronounce the city names properly. So... In a chair? I am. Where are you? Behind the wheel. In a truck. In a game. Then I say it. Where? What do you mean you say it? Doog. That's what it is. CB. Well, why don't you just say it on CB anyway? If CB is on correctly. Tomorrow, hey, good one. I don't know when. They usually wait for the ETS one to come out, though. So, a dog. It was like, that one, I think, is one of the ones where me saying it in my scuffed way, yeah, is the easy way of saying it. And then the other ones are completely different. Dog of pills. That still doesn't sound right, though. You'd think it's pronounced differently. I don't know. Yeah. We need a command. We do need to bring that command back. It's funny, but oh well. That was good. Still want to hear a native say it though. Whether you put a little bit of a swing on it. Because why not? Right, we're on the road with it. We've already been past one fuel station, but we can stop at this next one. At the destination? It's because you're racing there? Or what? You're not with us, are you? Where you at? You can't use headphones until it arrives? Oh, that's a shame. You'll be testing the audio, yeah? at the border. Well, we'll be slowing down to go through it. We don't need to stop at it. Less road traveled. Dude. You know what would be very interesting for you? If you were to set a goal of a certain amount of kilometers driven or something, but you do the least amount possible on every job, and you still aim to reach it, that would be very interesting. That's a good idea, isn't it? So you aim for like, I don't know, 1 million, for example, and you do jobs that you're not traveling that far at all. Take you a long time. Very, very long time. You're welcome to the idea. Here is the fuel. Nice. There we go. Need the fuel. What? Easy. Easy. Food break time. Thank God you living in Estonia. You become dyslexic. Why? Well, the Estonian city names are quite interesting. Careful. Careful. Dunk. 1,334. That is a lot of fuel. Dilexis. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say there. Bit ironic saying the word dyslexic wrong. Pretend I said it right, right? Just pretend. That was quick. Did you even get fuel? What's wrong? I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I think we're good. Why not just have English, huh? I'd get a lot of hate if I said that. Don't need all these languages, all these funky accents. Let's just have English. Reminds me of those videos of, I don't know what the person's name was, but the girl that seemed to be very good at sarcasm and saying, we just need the American accent, not the British accent. That was good. Those were good. They were very scary on if it was realistic or not. If she was genuine, then she's insane. I wonder what she's doing now, though. Americanish, yes. And all the very insane things that she was saying that people basically still say now, because that's what they get taught. Oh well. Oh well. Ah, you see the skip. The skip. I did it. Nice. Should call her Sanj. Oh well. See, that's the only stop at the border that we're doing. You're waiting? We're not going near it. Well, we're kind of crossing over. A bit. Hello, McLean. How you doing? The tea in the microwave. Yeah, because they don't know the concept of a kettle, so they have to do the other thing. Those videos again of the mother making a cup of tea. Man, every English person, every correct tea drinking person, I should say, died that day. Yeah, that skybox is looking mighty fine. And because I suppose we're in Scandinavia, it doesn't fully set. Yeah, it doesn't fully set. So that's another thing I like about it. Kind of goes like a dark blue. Not completely pitch black like everywhere else. The woman that said disgusting. I remember that. Oh, that was from what was the full thing? The fact they were Scottish as well was very funny. It was I told one of yous to flush the toilet after taking a shat. Disgusting. And the two girls were filming like a random video at some point. Where emote gone? What emote? It's with an A, not an I. If you wanna... Oh, it's not there? I don't know then. I don't know. Maybe it's because the FFZ is off? Was it an FFZ MO? And we uploaded it there? I have no idea. But that doesn't mean it's removed or anything. It should still be there. That's fine. When man makes tea for his wife when he sneaks coffee. No, I don't think I've seen that one. Does she get a kick out of it instead? Is that what happens? Probably is. Silver's probably already there. Non-specific retail store where every small amount assists. Yes. You're racing. You're speedrunning, yeah? Why not take on some of those speedrunning challenges, eh? There's plenty of them. It'd be funny to attempt that one day. 50 away. Oh wow, we are a lot further than that. You've been waiting a long time. Are you at that specific store, James? At this current moment, would you be able to pick any consumer goods up from that store? Yes. What are you doing? We're turning here, so you'll have to be careful. Don't try and push in. Oh, that's close. Don't mess it up. Consumer goods, yes. Any beverages or edibles? Not those edibles. Person on the side plus, where if some of the Starbucks, if the person is... They give the opposite. Really? Oh, that's quite funny. Okay. So as in, if they're like to the person serving, if they're a bit of a numpty, eh? That's a good one, I like that. The amount of people as well, speaking of the Side Plus thing, that were very happily sharing around the behind the scenes of the Tinder one. Be careful. Not too much in there though. Cap. Hello Tendori, doing good? How you doing? Booze. There were those. That's why I made the joke of saying, because when Felix mentioned it first time, that one of them, most people aren't new to, and the other ones probably are. Are you a Side Plus member? I'm not, no. He is, though. So he saw it there? He's like, yeah, heck yes I am. This is constant. It's literally on Twitter and Reddit. It's been posted all over there. Just search up the details of that, and you'll find it. That's all. As I said, people are very happily sharing it around, making spoof websites of it, making very sus Discords and Telegram groups, sharing stuff around. God knows what kind of degeneracy goes on in there. Since launch, how long has it been up now? Is it since like sometime last year? Or quite a while, I would say. September, oh damn. Long time. The best that mean? Oh my gosh. You're so kind. Big fan. See, it's still not fully dark yet. 9 something PM. Pretty good. I like it. Very laggy. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. Oh, yep. Oh, that freeze. Ooh, you need to be at the back, Severus. Even though your ping may not seem that high. Oh, it's this area again. Look. This area. I remember this area. Every time now. I will remember. Good times. Never left. Parking challenge. Which I could have done better at, actually. Wow. Speed. I'll assume James has found the content. Have to see what he thinks. I don't know what else was actually in the behind the scenes of that one, because maybe like outtakes or something. Is that usually what's in the behind the scenes, maybe? Not really like outtakes, but you know, other bits. Found it, yeah? Speed is key in certain situations, not every single situation. I know some would disagree with that. It's alright. Yeah, cut the corner. Speed also can kill, yeah. The other end of it, yeah. Music? Very chill intro to that song, though. What do you think, James, eh? The answer to everything. Perhaps. Perhaps. Again, it depends on context. Expecting better. Well, one of them is people were also a bit mean with the comments, and the other one, I don't know. Can't complain, I guess. Cap. It's Skorstein. At the airport. Going to US. Oh. Oh, did you re-add it? Next few weeks. Damn. That's nice, though. Yeah. Other little behind-the-scenes bits. It would just be funny, though, if that was, like, still on YouTube, though. As a kind of little offshoot compilation thing. Maybe on the More Sidemen channel. Shows the setup. Nice. Well, like for the filming and the cameras, like from a bit from Con's perspective, wouldn't it? Bits in between. Nice. Look at this place. This looks lovely. Oh my god, this looks nice. Yes. I didn't lower my truck actually as well. 2 hours, holy crap. And they took out those teeny tiny little segments, eh? Got everyone's attention. Less than half, wow. I mean, when the scenes are actually rolling, there's not that much, I suppose, in terms of like behind the scenes, really, other than other perspectives that you didn't see, or indeed the you know, which only takes up a very small portion. And then, but I guess one of them was like when they were talking about the amount of, I think it was Toby that said it on his stream, the amount of people that were also due to be in it but weren't. Whose other commitments or like timings didn't match up or something. Would have been interesting if some of those names were in it. Going to a restaurant, Con and Gigi had to change. Con wore shorts and a shirt that was Gigi's. Oh wow. So he looked very different for a bit of time, eh? Drive faster? No. No, Bales. Absolutely not. I'll take my time. How you doing, Bales? Big fan. Much love. Miss you, man. I'm enjoying the scenery, look. We are in your home country, yes. I hope you're not still holding up people by lagging or anything. So no one else is nearby. Yeah, Bella was due to be one. I forgot the other names he mentioned, which was a mega episode. Like, if they weren't all OF people. Astrid. Yeah, well, she wants fame. You know, she's... Nah. That's all I say. Nah. I suppose it would have been interesting, but if she did get on it, then if she was that desperate to get on it, she'd probably be very strange when she's actually on it. I don't know. It's 6 hours. Super speed flight, yeah. Personal jet, yeah. Trying to flex about that, I suppose. Oh, I see you. You're approaching it. We're not going that quick. We'll be fine. We're all right. Still not fully dark. Concord, maybe the only person that's in recent times that's reserved one and used it and managed to get permission to fly it. Yeah, you like? Yeah. All that just for oh god, you're lagging as well. Still. Where was the other guy? Oh, it might have... He stopped. Okay. Did he crash? Did Razvan crash? What happened? Did you see the... I suppose obviously you did the drama around what Mia did. That was... It is for a joke, but I also understand in some other way as well. It was interesting to see that. Bit of a Monka laugh situation, yeah. Again, understandably, Faith is taking it quite, you know, set it up. Yeah, he didn't really move, and then, you know, I suppose he had to remind, even though he probably wouldn't have. If they had cut that out of it, then yeah, she wouldn't have had any idea. That would have been very amusing. It was a bit of a random one, but... See, now, I don't want to jinx it, but you're fine now. Probably did jinx that. From being next to me. Just have to be aware though that when we turn, we'll have to merge back in. So oh, I have to park as well. It did, but then again, that's why I picked this industry. So because I don't know the last time I've parked in a GNT with a double, if ever. But Renault is nice and open, unless it's at the back. Oh, it might be at the back. Or no. Or no. We'll see. And then Silver might be as well, unless he's already done it, because he's already there, because he skipped everything. He speed ran it. Speed ran it. Like a silly boy. See, he joins... You're waiting, see? He joins, but then he doesn't like join every time. He just goes off and does his own thing. Which is... Oh well. Okay. We're in your hometown now? Hey. I mean, most of the cities look quite nice. Here. I don't know how accurate they are. It is a good emote, but if you were to explain to someone that doesn't know what these emotes are for, what situation would you describe that emote being used in? Because the whole Ocage thing, like the regular one, I would say is a smug... It's like... a lot of people use it when it's kind of a filler, where you don't know what to say, so you just do okage. But the way that the eyes and the face is as if you're, it's not friendly acknowledgement, it is not. It's like not quite as extreme as the weird chap kind of thing, but you've just found something a bit strange and you're giving a kind of weird side smirk to it. That's what I see okage as. So whenever someone says that to me, that's how I see that. Laying down in bed saying okay, they're very specific there. Very interesting. But I mean, there is no... Yeah, I've jinxed it, so you're doing it. There is no, like, real facial expression for saying okay, so I suppose I don't know how they can really portray that. So, like a little smile, that's all you can do, I suppose. See, there isn't one. If you're saying okay, you say okay. You don't, like, facially say okay. Because you would nod or... I don't know, move your eyebrows or something like that. Yeah, exactly. It's not, yeah. If you're saying something dumb or like you don't know how to reply to something. Firm head nodding, yep. But the emote is not doing that, so. Gotta figure it out. I suppose, yeah, if you were to tell them, just look at what context people say it in, but then again, people say it in all kinds of context anyway, so. Thumbs up, yeah? Is this you trying to explain the situation? What other ones are odd to use? I think okage is the only slightly strange one. Oh, your lag, man. I'm surprised you haven't actually wiped someone out yet. It's quite scary. There isn't really anything else that we don't understand at first, is there? Has? Oh no. Oh no. Please, there's not a long lift. We'll be fine. Should we do another job afterwards? Or a bus trip? Depending on which one we pick. Yeah, it's not saying okay, but then again, you could say... there is a way of saying okay in a roadway, yeah. It's used as if you're acknowledging what someone said, but you are definitely not. So, it's like saying K. Yes. It's basically what it is, yeah. I see okage as someone saying K, because it's at the end of something and it isn't really followed up by anything else. It could be used if someone asks how you are and you say, you're okay. Not many say that they're okage. It's not made for that situation. I know some of you have done that, but it doesn't fit, really, so. That's why I feel weird whenever someone replies to me with okage. Kappa is used in, it's like sarcastic or like wink wink hint hint sort of thing. Bit of sarcasm. What did I say it like that? I think the official definition, because they've tried explaining it as well, is like kind of a goofy sarcastic sense. When you're not serious. Because that's how we say it now. I say cap at the end of quite a few things. How to explain that? Yeah, I don't think you can explain that. Not the Phil Speed man, no. Some emotes as well are so specific that they are made, I guess, just as far as images. And that's as far as they get. So, yeah, and then you see, you can... I suppose it's more explainable if you put the three next to each other, rather than just on its own. Maybe. Hello, Red One, how you doing? Perhaps. Anything else? Don't think, really. Because we understand it. Well, Cheergy's fine. You know, cheerleading, celebration. That's fine, unless you're genuinely just saying it. Hey, yo. What? What's up? Looks so weird. Yeah, but it's funny, though. 18 tons? Where's it gone? You still got the same trailer? Copy the job. LOL. Get wrecked, huh? You don't have the same. Why'd you reload the save? Yeah, that one, we know what it's implying, Danny, but that's it, really. Still double, but only 18. That is... You sure it's not a different double? Or you had an accident? Right. Wanna drive on CD? James! Don't contribute to the mess, man. Stay away from that devilish road. What's wrong with you? Enjoy. You're going to be in a bus, or a car, or an actual truck. Under the cover. Your Renault. Oh, really? Well, I hope you get wiped out. Because then it'll be good content, wouldn't it? Huh? It'll be funny. Quite an interesting one as well, where you say you hope someone gets wiped out, but only in a good way, you know? Because it would be funny. Unless they're doing a job, but then if you do a job and you go that way, I suppose you take the risk anyway. You do not end up in that. I mean, new players end up in that area, but I don't know how they don't like immediately want to escape the area after realizing what horrors they've suddenly encountered. Phone setup is done. How do you keep telling yourself you don't need to put the phone into debug mode, but you do? Not installing test software. But you are, though, because you said it had a bunch of apps on it that you didn't plan on putting on. And now they're on. No? What did you do, man? It's dead again. It's back. You're just doing your thing, you know. It's not your phone, is it? It's alright. What phone even is it? If it comes out tomorrow, is it the nothing one? Is that it? Storage, that's it. That's... yeah. You could use that in a few different contexts, I suppose. It's a bit of a random one. Oh, the Pixel 6a. Ah. Foldable Samsung. Has it broken? I mean, I like the idea of that phone, but the folding bit, it kind of, I don't know, it's a bit weird. Why don't... So, I'm very glad you didn't read that out. Why does that not work now? It's broken. You broke it. Keep the tip. Nice. Thanks, James. Thanks for that. That's a good one. You want to be fun? Too bad. Too bad. Lights at the back. Yeah, around, there's a circle at the back, which is where the MagSafe bit is. It's like you can see through the phone. Like an X-ray kind of thing. It's where the MagSafe stuff is. Is it bricked up? Is that the answer on that one? If you don't, it's not going to be read out. I mean, when it returns, eventually we'll read that out. Okay, that's not the answer I thought. Okay. We'll replay them. But, you know. Battery levels. Oh, wow. So they're actually using the back of the phone. Nice. Don't want too much on the screen, so... Once do a sequence of tests to make sure the hardware works. That's fine. That's understandable. Makes your work life easier. Good, good. Because it does it all for you. You go through a certain test structure. No, better than nothing. Everything that looks different is strange at first, obviously. It's fine. I like the idea. Sounds good. May not get one myself. I don't need to anyway, but I don't know. It's there. Many will get it. We'll see how it is. Yeah, they'll put a phone case on it and then just not use that, but I don't know. Maybe, I suppose, it will go through the phone case. Because you can still charge through a phone case. You can still magnetic it up. James, it's... Thank you for that. Enjoy your trip. Thank you for the biddies. Total of 60 or 80 biddies, I think. Much love. We'll when Streamlabs decides to not die, we'll play through those. So that's what we'll do. Yours can, mine can. I don't have a MagSafe like actual holder thing, but there's a MagSafe case on it in case. Ha, case. I've been tempted. Like, there's ones where it's like a phone stand, but it's like a magnetic phone stand. Tempting. I just don't want to spend random stuff. It eats battery. Yes, because I suppose it has to do it differently to how the charger would do it. The wire. Never timed it, because I don't do it all the way to full. Never really charge all the way up. How doesn't it rain? Because I have rain turned off. I might turn it back on when we have the rain sensor thing in this game. But I don't know, we'll see. I just don't like having it on. Can start slipping around, brakes don't work. Oh, that was... Oh. You play Spotify non-stop? That could contribute to the battery. Yeah, if you have a bunch of stuff open as well. I don't really use it on the phone. I don't really listen to music on the rare times I'm outside. Handles wiping the device. You press one button, it begins a much deeper wipe than pressing the reset button. Oh. That's good. It's like a proper factory settings thing. Yeah, certificate to say the phone's been properly wiped. Ah! Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Just like real life? Well, that's the point. It's a sim. That's the point. Exactly. Of course you slip. The sound app. Ugh. Imagine having no bass, eh? It'd be nice if my like EQ thing worked on that. And why don't they just add proper EQ settings to it? There are kind of some. Would be nice. On speaker, I'm in. I mean, I usually do anyway. Unless you mean the phone speaker, in which case, oh no, don't do that. A 10K phone. Priorities, man. You want all the features within the apps, not the audio. People don't care about audio. Oh, they'll not complain about it. Oh, well, that's their problem then. I don't know. But then surely when you're using, you know, you have some headphones or something, that'll be a bit better. How much bass do you want? Nice. Thanks, man. Checks the device isn't reported or lost. Lost or stolen? Oh, wow. Oh, I see where he is. Silver, say the town name.
Daugavpils.
You don't really say the V, though. I suppose when you're saying it quickly, yeah, that makes sense. Very nice. Now you know. Or he's revealed... No, he's revealed it before. In all the convoy things. Even though the only things he's basically said is, hey, oh, come on, man. It would be nice to hear him say more stuff, though. Love Stoke out. No, he said...
Come on now.
That one. He said a few more things. He's good. He sounds good. Good shape. Ooh. I think you need to recap on the episodes, Otter. Last few that he's been in. He said quite a few things. He sounds good. Man, what the hell is that? The mustard on that thing? He said the entire thing. The loady load, yeah, that's a good one.
Proper British lad.
Oh, that sounds so weird. Don't do that. What, mate? Or should they, love? That's silver, huh? Well, he was putting an accent on. Quality is so good.
What, mate?
You can actually hear the bass in someone's voice. Sounds crisp. You what, mate? You want something? You having a giggle, mate? Doing that is just funny. I think, Silver, that should be your accent from now on. Just keep speaking like that. And we'll see how long that lasts, alright? You need to give him something to say, Demi. That'd be good. Oh, where am I going? Over the back? Probably over the back. I think I know where it is as well. Yeah, oh, that's better than I thought. Okay. I thought it'd be facing the front. I mean, then the CB effect, if you were to hear it all the time, like if you're in a busy area and you keep hearing the beep when it turns on and off every few seconds, nah. Oh, I hate that. The beep just, nah, I'm not a fan of the beep. I know you can control the volume of the beep, but oh man. That's exactly what I'm thinking of on TMP, yeah. But one person can speak, yes you can turn it off. That's why I have. I'd recommend anyone else does the same.
Apple flower.
Hello, Joanna. How you doing? What channel? I guess I'm in the standard channel because I haven't changed it. What's the one where in one of them, like, he rammed into muddles and then he did the weirdest accent afterwards. He's like, I'm sorry about earlier. Apple flower. Five, four. Hold the button. Yeah, and then you have to wait a bit so you're sure it's picking it up. It's just, oh, it's so bad. How was that? Easy. Just going for that. Yeah. Oh, go on in. Next person. Look at your name. Hey, you're a member. Welcome to the crew. Big fan. He has a variety of accents. It is quite fun when someone speaks in various different accents. It is quite funny. I do it. So. Turn CB off. You can do that. You save yourself a lot of headaches as well. Especially in busy areas. Then all you get is, yeah, that's why I'm hesitant to have it on, so I'd assume that people here are fine. If you're in a busy area, I don't want to chance it. All it takes is someone to like a particular word. Subbing in-game. How would that display then? So, like, you'd have to sub badge next to your name. That could be interesting. Avoid channel 19. I don't know. I still don't know why it's 19. Gives you a cut. Yeah, it'd be interesting. You could tie that into like Patreon stuff, couldn't you? Because that kind of works like that. You could have the crew badge, and it actually updates and everything. That could be cool. Very nice. Is that released in the same version that works with Twitch emotes? Yeah, we're bringing Twitch emotes to in-game. She trained to join.
Oh, that one in the red as well.
Oh no, how much in the red you got, man? Right there, Luke. He's gonna tell me not to look there, isn't he?
Man, it's 8K in red, man.
What a shame. But it says you have 40 tons. That's weird. So how much did you deliver? Did you deliver 40 or 18? Verified streamer badge. That would be interesting. Yeah, I think it needs to have... I mean, the closest you have to that so far is with the community contributor green name thing. I think if more badges were involved with that. Maybe for streamers, but would there be a requirement of how your following count for streaming? Whenever there's requirements of that, it's just weird. Like, minimum of... no. 1,000 followers, for example. Someone could have 200 and be a very entertaining person, but they don't qualify. So, old-time badge, like a veteran badge, just depending on what era you're from, you know. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I don't know what veteran I would be if I didn't have the admin in place of it. 6, I guess. Well, according to the forum, I didn't join the forum at the exact same time, so. Nice. We do another job, or shall we change vehicle? Viewpoint. We do need the viewpoint here. That's why I took a job here. Yeah, the verified streamer thing, yeah. Well, you have the stream team, which you stream to the TMP channel kind of thing, so that same process could be done in the same way. And then, as I mentioned, the community contributor one is also managed by a community manager, so I don't know, you could make a suggestion if you kind of explain it a bit. Right, let's have a look at this viewpoint. It's night time though. I'm not gonna see anything. But we'll see. You just have to imagine that the stuff is there, yeah? Pretend that you're seeing all these lovely sights in the city. I've discovered one. I know I have. Like that church. I bet that church is going to be on. Or cathedral. Update the pack. I wish they did. I just hope it's on their to-do list. Why is it there? It's a bad place. Let's share it. There you go. Or whoever else wants to join. Be very careful. I'm rolling off it. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. Do that again. Do that again. There is no way that would only be it. There we go. That's better. I didn't turn the tab off. Oh well. Thanks, Silver. Thanks for that. Did you hear that? He knocked me. I could do that. Why would you think it's quite... I mentioned it's probably going to be collision. Most of these areas are collision. But did you think you could do it and I wouldn't notice? Hmm? You naughty boy. That was a good one. Accident. Hello, alien. Big fan. Doggoboop. Pepe L. Dankhug. Good day, Matt. Hope you're doing well. And this is basically the end, I think. People sit here for too long, yeah. I mean, as you can see, that was what? Maybe 20, 30 seconds long, and then they're there for several minutes? It don't make sense. Just park out the way. There we go. Cool. Super tired. I did have a small idea of doing one bus route, but I would need to pick a small one. The other ones we've done are small ones, so we'd have long ones. I don't know. It doesn't read it out, but also it is confirmed it's a female protagonist. Ah, the sweaty boys are going to love that. People familiar with the game. The woman who is Latina will be one of a pair of leading characters in a story influenced by bank robbers Bonnie and Clyde. Oh? Baby long neck. Also being cautious to not punch down by making jokes about marginalized groups. Yeah, you got to be careful about that. So, when shower, hello, Sammys. Bad road bumps. Some do hate that idea, yes. As if whenever any game has a woman in it, it's not a good game. Like, that makes no sense. And yet, games like... Isn't it Tomb Raider that has... You can tell I've never played it. That's fine, according to them? No? How's that fine, but the others are not? Hello, Nanny. I'm doing well. Let me... I'm curious. Open the D-bus thing. What other routes... I'm not in a bus, so I'm not going to take any, but... I hope they do well with the game, though. Like, they're taking their time with it. That's all. You want to hydrate? Just trying to pick, Oh, there's some that are not too bad. Oh, the drive's been good. We've done 2 jobs, I think. The second one was a double, because I was redeemed to do that. To do that. Yeah, the others are quite long. 690 kilometers, oh my god. Turin to Bern? We haven't done that one yet, have we? Oh, in uni? You applied for something, you got accepted? Oh my god. What have we done? 5M is carrying it. Yeah, I mean, they have the online content operation expansion, whatever it's called, that's going on now, I think. They pay for it. Nice. What are you going to be studying? We haven't done bus route 21. That could be an interesting one. What do you think? Can't say. Why? Interesting. Okay. It's sus. Too specific. Oh, okay. That's fine then. Yeah, don't do that. No. That's fine. If it's like that particular place is the only place in the world that does that, then yeah, that would narrow it down quite a bit. A what degree? Huh? I'm thinking of Route 21 if we were to do buses. From Torino. We could do that. Anyone else want to do that? It'd still be night time though, so 1 bus trip. Truck manager. Bus. Pink. I love it. It's so good. Nice. We travel to Torino. Oh, it's not in condition. Garage manager. Garage. Gotta go to the garage instead. I like how that doesn't require anything to do with damage. Yeah, I'm going to the service, so let me do that. He's been manual though. Automatic even. Oh. Time to not use my shifter anymore. There we go. They've got to let you fix, yeah, because you don't have a trailer with that. No. You're copy and pasting? Oh, God. Yeah, little boy. Look at all the buses, man. You enjoying that emote, yeah? Oh my. Does it even show up properly on mobile? I know the extensions and stuff work. Change the front. Still cannot do that. I don't know if that will, when that will be a thing. It's just stuck. Stuck on Blue Bus, unfortunately. A wall? So does it not animate? That'd be weird if it doesn't animate. Long run, I know. It might be the bus, like, the route, random route number that you pretend you're on it. Unless that's, it's not the model number, so. So, Torino to Bern is what I'm thinking of. 21.
The next stop is Torino.
And then turn it on, so I have that. Yes, lovely. How's about that? Exciting stuff. But I've already, the UI should change though. It bugs out, yeah. I'll just turn it off then if it doesn't actually properly do that. When ending? Well, when we finish this route. So a bit longer than normal. But I don't mind that. Still says it. Well, we're only doing this one for now. Oh, hell suit. Again, I'm leaning on the pedal. I shouldn't be. Right. Where are my buttons for it? I've found them to other things now. Oh, it does let me do both. Oh.
Torino.
Yes. There we go. Get on me, boss! He forgot. No, it's weird because I have the particular panel thing. I caved in and I got it. So, be using it for a few things. I bound a few keys to it. Big fan, Alien. Much love. If you're leaving us.
The next stop is Bern.
I did get it. I said I wanted to get it. Then, some entertainment. I did. Thanks, man. Big fan. There you go. Close it. Clearly the only reason I got it, of course. Seatbelts? Nah, I didn't need seatbelts. It is lowered. It is lowered. Way to rise it up now. There we go. Usually only the front would be lowered, but it's fine. How cheap does it feel? What, the panel? Very plasticky, but it's not actually that bad though. Did you get a burn? We're on TMP. This is a partnered up thing between DMUS and TMP. We're doing the TMP version of the mode on it. Come on, Silver. So over time I need to bind more things, and then yeah. Tested it a bit in Farm Sim as well. It's not too bad though. But I don't have enough space like on the desk really for too much else, so the fact that it's not fully on the desk is fine, because I have more space like that. Oh, the road we're going on. Nice. Didn't have enough. I am using a spare hub thing I have. Yeah, that's how I have extra. Yeah, I bought it monthly though. Not all in one go, because it's easier that way. It'll be fine. I will be using it though. Because, even though I may not have been using all the stuff that's on the wheel is still pretty full of items. It's quite an interesting one. What are we doing? Not tax. I could say it's a, like, business expense, couldn't I? Maybe. It is departing. I'm waiting for Silver's bus. His people are going to be late. Be funny. It's to do with my business, so... I did, yeah. So obviously you wouldn't see where it is. So you got shifter on the left, and it is on the right, like underneath, like down here. So you wouldn't be able to see it, but you know. I didn't bind anything to do with... Oh, I could have bound the cam, shouldn't I? But the cam thing is very slow to move the external cam. I don't need that. Use my mouse for that. It's fine. Well, let's go. Let's get these impatient passengers to their location, boys. I'm for FS. Next time I'm on FS, be using it more. Yeah, with that would be interesting. The ideal thing to test with it is a like forklifting something. That would be good. Try that a bit. It is very interesting. With the cameras, to change, because there's two buttons on top of the actual joystick bit. To change between internal and external. Little knob. Yeah, it does. Little joystick. And you can change the... I'm assuming there's two different sort of modes on it, because one of the buttons has a blue light on it, and then if you press it, it changes to red. Don't really know what that does, but the other one, I had bound to change the cam or something. Have fun? Yeah, you could have fun. I mean, if you want to. I'm holding the gear stick as well. I'm not using it, but I'm holding it. Loading up speed. Fish fingers and fries. Industry analysts anticipate the next set will be out sometime in 2024. Right. What's a fiscal year, though? I've heard about that. Farm Sim button box. Yeah, it's called the Farm Sim, like, side panel whatever thing, because I suppose it's best in that game, but you can use it in anything, really, because it's an extra device. Tartar sauce. Ooh. Air duster. Yeah, if you wanna. You could use both. Oh, you've got it. How long have you had it for? And what do you think of it? Because I wanted to like look up if anyone's like done videos using it, any streamers that were actively using it, just to see how they use it. Yeah, and as of I inspired Rowan to get it apparently, because I mentioned it in the bus video where it's like, oh, we call have had whatever, and he went and got it. I should have got a commission for that. So he has it now. 4 years. Has it worn down? Broken? Showing any signs of any wear and tear? Are you using all of the buttons? That's impressive. Damn. The clamp on it is a bit annoying because it's plastic and it might like scratch your hand. Starting to go a bit. That's fair. I mean, after 4 years, I'd expect that, yeah. But what do you mean go a bit? Like, the text isn't on the buttons themselves, though. But is it the text that's wearing off? Oh, what's up? What have you done? I think it'd be fun with air, doesn't it? Saves you money. Which? Well, how often are you going to be using it? If you want about the air duster. Getting an electric one. Ooh. Interesting. Doesn't always activate. When you fill it with fuel. Okay. The other thing that I was slightly disappointed by, which I did see in advance, is that the ones that are shaped like switches aren't actually switches. So I'm not sure what's the point in them. You can't flick a switch. It's just another button, unfortunately. You can pretend. That's annoying, though. Hoover in reverse. Yeah, you can use for PZ stuff. Suck out all the dust. And from any other small spaces, maybe? Huh? There you go for it. Need to take the dog? That's alright. Have a good evening. If you're joining tomorrow, I'll see you there. Be playing around with this fun time. Last convoy of the month. It should be fun. Thank you for that. That was not me. See? Anonymous. How can it be me? You know? If that's anonymous. I should have pretended to adjust myself there. Handbrake, enter button, attach detached trailers. What wheel have you got? If I may ask. Because I naturally put all the stuff on the wheel in the first place. Sure, but do you mind not zooming? Is it just us that's left, though? Well, and Helsu. TMX Pro. How many buttons does that have on it? Because I could switch some of the stuff over. Like, as you said, fuel, trailer, handbrake, wipers, maybe? That could be a good one.
We is 5.
5? 10? Not bad. I'm just looking at on my one. You want to go 90?
One has a different engine, which is a little slow.
Oh, you got a slow engine, huh? I even upgraded mine. G27 is nice. I was going to get that, yeah.
Nah, it ain't me, it ain't me.
I mean, you're catching up, so you don't have the slow one. Oh! That's what it seems like, anyway. The stability is not too bad on this. I know I'm not zooming, but I'm kind of zooming. You got a G27 bit in a box. Sell it. What do you mean? Or use it. Whichever. Mad stand. He got a refund apparently, so he's pretty good. Around the corner. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, I'll look in afterwards. Had to take it home. You asked who was driving the bus, you or him? Hey, funny. What did you reply? Did you do a funny reply? A driver in training? You could have just sat there and pretended to replicate what the driver was doing. That would have been good. Hello, Tapper. How you doing? Hello? I don't know if I want to keep the speed up on this corner, though. Well, you can. It does, oh, it doesn't even lean. That's pretty good. Preferably him. Funny. Not a bus. It's Felix's bus. It's a Felix bus. A Felix bus. See what I did there? Hey. Not put more stuff to protect it. Yeah, I thought they come with like, it's like proper secured in place in the box, you know? The polystyrene stuff is like custom made. I thought that's how it is. Never had it. Really? Oh. Then yeah, that is their fault, yeah. Oh, yes. But my passengers aren't throwing up. As they definitely would be. Oh, we're on the bendy bit now as well. Oh no. But yeah, they do have thin... What's the word? Bezels. That makes sense.
Go faster!
Go faster! You've changed your accent again. How do you change the colour of the dots? You can do that in the settings of... Oh my god. The TMP menu in... If I can do it without crashing. The General tab? No. In the Game tab. Show players on the world map. And then you've got Player, Friend, and then if you click on someone. Easy busy. Set it to whatever you want. So I have white for Friend. And greyish. Like Helsu is a bit further back. We still never added each other. As not friend. And then green is selected. A JBL party box. You said it was second hand as well, didn't you? So, Oh, no, 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 no. Now, the thing is, if you get refunded and it's got sent back, he's got stuck with a broken monitor now. So, I mean, it's his fault. So, that's their responsibility now. They gotta fix it if they want to sell it again. Took up 2 seats. I mean, if it was really packed, then I suppose I'd have it like I'd have it on my lap. It'd be a bit uncomfortable, but I would do that. Oh, you've still got it? But the broken bit is quite noticeable, though. Yeah, it's pointless. You could set up another rig, put something on it. Set up a little...
Damn, bros, there's some pro driving right there.
little mining rig on it or something like that, you know? This accent, man. Such a bad accent.
I caused you to change your accent.
Was that normal voice? It would annoy me as well, yeah, I'd get annoyed by it.
Hell yeah, brother.
You might attach, or dust might form and then get stuck in that spot. Still going, only a little bit. It is kind of funny when we say little things in this accent. See, Silver, this is why I suggested that we need to play like some other game, just generally.
Fine.
And we need to speak like that the entire time. It'll be funny. It's hilarious.
Let's do it.
We play something with Annie as well, because he'll laugh quite a lot of that. How many players can you have in a session on Human Fall Flat?
Yes, let's do that next stream, okay?
Next stream? Oh damn, you hearing that? We're gonna plan it first, man. You know, people are suggesting... Oh, I've got a great idea. People are suggesting to bring back playing other games. You're thinking what I'm thinking?
My lord, the speed.
Oh my lord, going 68, man. Oh my god, I reached 110. Well, guys, that could be one of them. I'm just thinking of all the other games to play now.
That's a good idea.
A good idea, yeah, you see. Like when we play some of these games, it will be us 3 instead of us 2. And that'd be quite funny. Be content. Yeah, it's pretty much his fault. Like, they're delivering it in their normal way anyway. Obviously, they don't try and throw it around, but if it does get knocked about a bit. Oh, you redeem the points for the Game Pass? Oh. Fat flat, yes. I just wonder how many people you can have in one session of that. It'd be rather amusing for us 3 to do that. So I remember playing it through when we did it on stream, and then I did it randomly on some other random levels with Annie, and that was quite fun. What other games, though? Kind of think. Oi, oi, oi. It was funny. Dwayne. We need to go find Dwayne. I can't remember who actually named or said the name Dwayne that we then picked. So. Felix, hello. We're here. It was you. Okay. Dwayne the Rock. No surname. Just Dwayne. 7,750 points. Can you stop being so close? What are you doing? 8? Oh, damn. 10-minute nap? 100? I'll do it in
Sorry, man, sorry.
You're sniffing my backside, man. What are you doing? You enjoying that? 3, yeah, I mean, you'd have to
Hell yeah.
actually need to use the third one. Like, if you were running out of space, then yes. What are you sniffing? Exactly, I don't know. Oh, I'm curious now. Which one am I, in that one. See, I can then open the doors as I'm moving. Oh, well worth the money.
Oh, I'll let you deliver first.
Vern. This bus terminates here. Please take your belongings with you.
Thanks, man. I will do that. Hey, man, you can come on there, man. Oh, you want to do it one by one? I mean, I guess I'm all done.
What the hell? I feel out, man.
You feel out the bus? Or feel out? Fantastic. Hell yeah. I'm gonna park up in the side thing here. Hell yeah. I like that. Sick. 2 widescreen and 1 ultra wide. You think that's not enough? How? How's that not enough? What do you do that uses all that up? Yeah, what are you doing? If you can justify it, then that's fine. But if you say that what the heck is wrong with you, then I think that's too much. We need to take a photo, man. We didn't take a photo in the trucks, did we? Yeah, that otter is on the squished one, yeah. You poor thing. That's alright, I did. How's that? Maybe I could go for... Oh. Unless this person's going to join us. Maybe from the passenger area? Like that? So you see all of us parked up like that? Yeah. How's that? That looks pretty good. Ooh. Hey, yo, that's pretty good right there. Like that. Very nice. Centipede, bus centipede? Don't say that.